they did an incredible game, but also a two-game stretch for this Commanders offense, one in which they have scored, if you don't count kneel downs, on every single drive that they have gone down the field. That is a command of an offense that you unforeseen from a rookie quarterback many times before. Peter, there's a lot to unpack from this game, but many could define it as a signature win for a new quarterback.
A star is born, and that is what I would say. This is on national television in a hostile environment against a team that was absolutely desperate for a win against one of the best defensive coordinators in the league, in Lou Anarumo. And the 23-year-old Jayden Daniels, in his third game as a player, set a rookie record for single-game completion percentage. 91% he completed his passes, and he led Washington to scores on every single one of his drives, not including the kneel down. And the best part? No turnovers. He was magnificent, but beyond that, he was fearless. Let's go right to the fourth quarter here. They're holding on to a 5-point lead, and Cliff Kingsbury says, we're going for it. 4th and 4. A 4th and 4 play. Anarumo sends the dogs, and he finds Zach Ertz. All right, so they have a couple more plays, and it's 3rd and 7. And let me set this up for you. It's 3rd and 7, and they call timeout here because they're a mess. And it's like, all right, they're going to either kick the field goal or they're going to punt or whatever. Kingsbury sends them back out there, and on 3rd and 7 with a 5-point lead, when you're a rookie quarterback in a hostile environment against a desperate team in a desperate situation, to do this is absolutely amazing. Troy Aikman, Joe Buck, as stunned as everyone was. Check it out. They needed 7. They got plenty more.
There's some confusion going on in the huddle right now. I mean, they're not getting the personnel that they want. They're up against the clock, not what you want. Jayden Daniels just has to know that he cannot take a sack. They can't get McCaffrey. They've only got 10 guys on the field.
They're down in 7. This one is launched from McLaurin. He's got it. Touchdown.
It's insane. And listen, per Next Gen Stats, which we love, that touchdown pass had a 10% chance, a 10% likelihood of happening. And guess what? They scored it. It's the least likely touchdown of the entire season based on Next Gen Stats. 10 men on the field, confusion everywhere. Luke McCaffrey looking like this, like, where do I go? Where do I go? Rookies all over the field. And Jayden Daniels just throws a beautiful dime. The Commanders are 2-1. Jamie, like you said, they have not punted in 2 games. They are rolling, and a star is born, and I cannot wait to see the Commanders next week. Because guess what? Cliff Kingsbury, who's their offensive coordinator, guess where he's going?
Talk about it.
He's going down to Arizona to face Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. That should be an interesting one. Suddenly we've got a game, Commanders-Cardinals. Who would have thought that back in August? I'm here for it. Amazing, amazing performance by Jayden Daniels.
Yeah, amazing performance by Jayden Daniels. But, Peter, when you say a star is born, I think a star was born on this kid's birthday. I was trying to look up his birthday real quick. I couldn't get to it, and it came to me real quick. But to your point, a lot of football people, I believe, if you've been watching Jayden Daniels on film, understood that this kid is legit. And I believe he could be the first true runner with runner instincts. You talk about that fearlessness that you were talking about, Peter, along with being the first true passer. That combination, especially that we've seen in modern football. He can beat you from the pocket. He can beat you with his legs. And I believe through the first 3 or 4 weeks, he's put on tape that he will run the football. And so when you put that on tape, defenses, when the ball is hiked, they freeze. They have to stop because they don't know if this kid is going to take off. Remember, guys, when the quarterback is a runner, when the quarterback has real running ability, that now turns the game into 11-on-11 football. Now that safety in the middle of the field, he now becomes a live defender because he has to be able to keep eyes on the quarterback. Now you go back to, 23 for 25. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
That shocked you.
That shocked me. I was on a plane last night, guys, full disclosure, okay? And I didn't see every single play of this game. But to see the final stats and see he only missed 2 passes, that showed me that because of his running ability, it left one-on-one outside. It left one-on-one to his guys, and this guy was just playing pitch and catch most of the game. I do have a little bit concerned, especially with that last drive, with him yelling to the sideline, and if you can read his lips, get the play in. I need the play. And it just seems like this kid processes really, really fast. And I remember seeing another quarterback yelling at Cliff Kingsbury. It was Kyler a few years ago. And I think Cliff needs to, I don't know whether he needs to catch up with this kid as far as from a processing standpoint, but this kid is in the mode. This kid is in the moment. And I think they got to give this kid a little bit more because I think he can handle a little bit more. 55 starts in college. That's like the old brand of quarterbacking when guys used to stay 5 years and play in their last 2 years. He's seen a lot. He's done a lot. He's going to continue to grow and get better in the National Football League.
This is normally in TV when I have to push back or poke holes. I don't have it, guys. That's not what we do here. I'm not going to inauthentically say, yeah, but hold on. It was awesome. It was intoxicating to watch. It was really surreal. Just to step aside from the Jayden Daniels factor, just to look at the Commanders factor. Looking at that logo on the bottom of the screen, I mean, in a lot of ways, that was the best night the Commanders have had, like, as an organization since the rebrand. And I know that in my life that, recently they were in the playoffs with Heineke and Ron Rivera, and they've done some things here and there. I mean, I'm going back to, like, the Redskins of my childhood when it was that magical on a night because I don't consider Taylor Heineke's sneaky playoff run the same as this. This is a guy they drafted to be the prince who was promised, to be the future, the franchise. They have a new coach. They have new logos. They have new this. And it's like this was everything we were promised. We were told under, like, the dark haze of the Dan Snyder regime that we would have nights like this. And then it started, and we're like, this feels like the same old Commanders or football team. It was so fresh. It was so fun. The Jayden Daniels thing is, the stats are obviously amazing. It is so exciting to watch him. His body language is positive, and it's athletic, and his face lights up at the right times and then locks in at the right times. And after the game, he's got this poetic quote about what's done in darkness. It's like, it's all coming up hits. It's a playlist with just all bangers. Yeah, he can run. Yes, he can do this. He's throwing to the offensive lineman. He's going deep to Terry McLaurin, something we've been told for years. Terry McLaurin is that guy. It's just the quarterback. We're like, all right, well, we're waiting. And then he looks like that guy. He looks like a true star receiver because he has this quarterback. I don't think the Bengals are the world beaters, but I'm not going to do the thing about level of competition. I don't care about the Cardinals game next week. I want to just have this hot moment for Washington, for that team, for that fan base, who's been through a lot of crap, a lot, and I think it's underrated. We've joked for years about Lions fans and Browns fans, and they've been through it. Commanders fans have seen some really bad football, and I'm talking about no matter what they were called at the time. This was a special night, a special win, and what looks like a very special player. This is why you're a football fan. Just enjoy this. This is why you put in all those years. I have no skepticism, nothing to say cynical at all. That was an incredible night, and I agree with Peter's words. It felt like a star was born.
I'm not going to lie. When I look at Week 3 Monday Night Football slate and I see 2 games, I get a little stressed. Like, Monday Night Football is an institution. I want to watch one game. I want to put a bow on my week. But thank the scheduling gods that we had 2 games last night, because you start watching the Jaguars-Bills games, you're like, this ain't it. This ain't it tonight. You switch over to the Bengals-Commanders and you settle in. And all of a sudden, you got people matching energies. You got Jayden Daniels, who is going up and down the field. Dan Quinn, even though he's a defensive coach, the way he matches Jayden Daniels' intensity on the sideline wearing the headset, he's flipping the mouthpiece up and down. He's yelling at guys. I loved watching that. But I love that Jayden Daniels, look at this thrill out of Terry McLaurin. Our friend of the show, Jim Nagy tweets, no one deserved Jayden Daniels more than Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin has been through it. What a professional. He has never said once the fact that how many more quarterbacks do I have to catch passes from? And he catches what feels like every single ball that gets thrown his way. But that one, you have to imagine Terry McLaurin had dreams of passes being thrown to him like that. Whether or not they were in the corner of the end zone remains to be seen. But what we saw last night out of Terry McLaurin and the connection that he had with Jayden Daniels was incredible. Peter, I end it with this. Cam Taylor-Britt is a really fun character in the league, but man, he had some things to say last week in the middle of the week about Cliff Kingsbury and this offense that he's running, and they called it simple, and they're keeping things simple for Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels matched the energy that Cam Taylor-Britt brought last night, and he said, I'll keep it simple right up and down the field, and I'll beat the Bengals on their home field. I thought it was incredible.
It was. He called it a college offense, and if that's a college offense, I'll take that college any day. I think what's interesting here is that you see that stat. They haven't punted since week 1. And you say, oh, wow. No, but it's this aggressive nature that their pedal is to the metal, and that There are 4th and 4s they're converting. There are 4th and 6s they're going for. There are 4th and 1s that are easy field goals. And they're like, no, let's go for it. It's all been working out for them. And I love the fact that they took this rookie quarterback, and instead of putting him in a shell or in a bubble and saying, all right, just dink and dunk and do it, Cliff Kingsbury is like, go and be you. Let's try to take some shots. Let's be aggressive. And his fearlessness has matched it. The stage does not look too big for Jayden Daniels. I can't say that about all the other rookie quarterbacks in the league.
We've said